We're starting.
Hello.
I feel great. I just got done squatting.
It's always the best. The testosterone levels are just up at the top levels when you use your legs. It's true.
I made sure to answer the door shirtless when Leo stopped by.
Yeah, you look good, bud.
I wanted to make an impression. I was like Patrick Bateman in the novel American Psycho when he lets an Asian masseuse rub him down and he keeps taking the towel off his dick and flexing.
Yeah, you're very much like Patrick Bateman. Honestly, in many, many ways. I don't know if you would look at yourself in the mirror while having sex, though. Would you? Have you?
Absolutely. And recently, I just had looked in the mirror and had sex last Sunday.
Really?
I was noticing, because I've been watching a lot of football with producer Ben, I think my thighs look like Marshawn Lynch's torso.
Really?
Yeah.
Just fucking veiny and fucking beautiful.
Yeah, they are...
Oiled?
A gorilla, it's just thick. That's what I'm thinking of. They're animalistic thighs. They don't belong on human beings.
No, I've seen your thighs. Look, when I first met you, I didn't think much of your thighs, but I've seen them grow, and I'm excited since Ben actually got. I think Ben was the advocator of the gym in the garage. I've used that gym. It's a very good gym, squat rack, very good for deadlifts, everything in between. But yeah, I've seen an improvement, and I'm excited for you.
No more BS. Guess how much I squat. Guess what plates are on the bar when Danny Mullen does squats.
Honestly, it's probably not much. Probably, what, 235s?
I was squatting with 210 plates. I was squatting with 10 plates.
Hey, man, if you hit the reps, man, I mean, models just hit reps, dude. You got that model bod, dude. You could just hit high reps, and you'll be fine, man.
I feel bad about lying at the top of the show. My legs are like Marshawn Lynch's thumbs.
Honestly,
that's what I'm working with.
You know, and they're so white, dude. They're blinding, really.
You haven't seen my thighs.
I've seen your thighs. I saw you naked pulling Inland Iggy out of a fucked up river in, I believe it was Arizona. So, yes, I've seen your thighs.
I feel violated. And what do you want me to do? I'm not Fan Jerry. You know what Fan Jerry's gym strategy is?
What's that?
He has a 24-hour fitness membership, and he only goes for the juice bar, allegedly, though he's probably ordering
it's a good juice bar, yeah.
And he goes for the tanning bed.
And the tanning bed?
I'm not sure which gym it is. It's one that has a tanning bed, and that's all he goes for, and he just cooks himself because he thinks that being fat and tan is going to make him look better than being cut and white.
You know, he has something there because have you seen those guys that have those young girlfriends on those yachts? Those really old fat guys, they're always fat. They got a chain on, and they usually have a really tan bod, you know, and like Speedos, you know. So maybe he's going for that look. Maybe he's conceded to the fact that he's never going to lose weight.
Fan Jerry, he's indistinguishable from those guys except for about $300 million in net worth.
Right. It's so true, but his dad might be worth like 15. Nah, I don't know. His dad owns like 10 homes in New York.
Fan Jerry says his dad's a deathbed alcoholic as well.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, man, money doesn't make you happy. I mean, that's a given, right? I mean, I mean, you have less problems. You have better health.
Before we weigh in on the woes and benefits of wealth, I want to back up a little bit. We're talking about bodies and shirtlessness.
Yeah.
I heard from an anonymous source this weekend that you recently posted an Instagram story poll about whether or not you should take more shirtless pictures and post them on Instagram.
And that was inspired by you because you were like, it polarizes
How is that
your
inspired
fan.
by
well,
me?
You told me that your fans hate it, and I've been doing my research, and there's other YouTubers that get a lot of support for posting their shirtless pictures because they get their fans pumped up. And honestly, it was about 40% in the positive and 60% of the fans said,
I heard 25 positive, 75
negative. You get a screenshot
negative.
Because by the end, when I took it down, it was 60-40 to the negative. Still to the negative, but about fuck these kids, dude.
No.
Honestly, they should be pumped up to see me shirtless.
What YouTuber successfully posts shirtless pictures, Leo?
All right, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Vitaly.
Everybody's fans. Okay, Jake Paul and Vitaly are almost universally hated. Their fans are Filipino kids and Chinese kids who don't understand English.
Are they Filipino and Chinese kids?
Filipinos are too educated to like Jake Paul. I take that back.
All right,
the guy who makes our thumbnails is Filipino, and he's a very smart man. It's Chinese. They might even be in Cambodia and Laos.
Some would argue that fucking Danny Duncan posts a lot of shirtless pictures, and he does. He's always in his underwear. He's in decent shape.
They're comedic though. He's naked next to a 90-year-old man.
I mean, I would try to make my shirtless pictures comedic.
Hey, can we talk about the people who post shirtless pictures who are absolute jackasses?
Sure, we can talk about those.
Well, I don't want to say jackasses, but when Ruman posted his last shirtless picture.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, it's like Ruman.
It made me want. It made me want to unfollow him, and I think many other people had the same impulse.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised in the least if Andrew Judge TV, your best buddy, posts an Armada.
He doesn't.
Picture.
Stop. What? God.
Hey.
Leave Andrew Judge alone, man.
What should we call these guys? We need a moniker for Leo's questionable TikTok buddies. The other guy who stinks, the other guy who really stinks is that wrestler dude.
Oh, Dylan?
Dude, yeah. I tweeted because I felt Leo told me, I don't remember when, he's a wrestler guy. He does these staged, I'll give you $1,000 if you take me down videos. They're staged as shit.
Yeah, one of them was not staged, and that's the one he went viral.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
One video wasn't staged? This guy's got integrity.
Well,
they're definitely staged.
All right, so then what happened?
So he posted on Twitter that his Instagram got deleted.
Yeah.
You know who can empathize with that? Ben knows. Leo knows.
Yeah, Danny Mullen.
The guy who got his... Did you cut your hair?
I cut it.
It looks nice.
Yeah. Thanks,
the guy who got his Instagram deleted. I can empathize. So I tweeted at him, hey, dude, I got you. Talk to me. I can give you the strategy for getting your Instagram back. This bozo, he somehow, his response is so disrespectful and arrogant and unappreciative that he makes me not help him.
I didn't see the response. What are you right?
Dude, he messaged me. He's like, yo, it's Dylan. Let me know about Instagram.
That was it?
And he didn't even have the courtesy to spell out let me know. It was LMK. LMK Instagram. No, thank you.
No.
And so I was just like, you know what? Fuck you. I hold the keys to your Instagram kingdom.
I thought he was like coming at you and maybe like asking to like maybe like tussle in the maybe like asking to like
That'd
tussle.
be really funny. Hey dude, I want to help you get your Instagram back. Meet me somewhere, bitch. Midnight. The Ralph's parking lot.
Take me down for $1,000. No, man. I mean, dude, you can't tell tone over text, man.
Dude, you gotta.
Dude, am I giving too many people the benefit of the doubt?
Absolutely.
Am I too nice, dude?
People have to read
have
to read how to win friends and influence people. You have to realize when somebody's doing you a favor or they're unsure about you, saying, "Yo, it's Dylan, LMK about Instagram."
Yeah,
isn't a good way to make me want to go out of my way to help your ass.
I know, and then don't help him. It's fine. I understand. I mean, yeah, maybe I do need. Wait, he needs to read how to win friends and influence people. I feel like I'm a natural how to win friends and influence people guy, right?
Yeah, sure.
You think I have I have some of those
it's just your
characteristics.
Your circle. What are these guys called?
They're not my circle. They're in New York,
dude. The Bozo Brigade? Can we call them that?
Why would you call them the Bozo Brigade?
Bozo Brigade.
Ruman is really just an actor. That's what he wants to do.
I know Ruman. Ruman's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
I'll extract him from the Bozo Brigade.
Every now and then he posts a shirtless picture because he needs to get a few thirsty DMs from the Middle Eastern girls that follow him or the Latinas. It works. It's an effective technique. I guarantee you, if you would post a shirtless picture, you'd get a few thirsty DMs. He's a single guy. He needs to enjoy his life. I get it. I used to do it. I have stopped because now I'm a full-time comedian.
You've stopped, but you're definitely having your eye on taking it off again. Hey, it's the equivalent. I don't know what it's the equivalent of. It's the equivalent of putting up an ad for fucking Tide or for some shitty family-friendly company. It's off-brand, and the few people who are going to be happy about it, in your case, the 5-10% of your audience that are Bachelorette fans,
sure,
you're going to be making them happy at the expense of making potentially 90% of people being like, what's this jackass doing?
It's true, man. I mean, look, I get that a lot of the fans don't like that kind of stuff, but I mean, sometimes I feel like I need to take back my own social media and make it about me again, and I get it. Maybe it isn't me. You know what? I took the poll for a reason, Danny, and you haven't seen any shirtless pictures, have you?
That's true. Hey, I appreciate your attitude.
Yeah.
It's very healthy toward this. Here's the bone I'm going to throw you. In our video we got coming up this weekend, I'm not going to tell people what it is. It's classified. You're going to be naked, prancing around with just a mosaic over your penis. So I hope you've been dieting. I hope you've been purging.
I've been dieting for sure.
Purging, though?
Not purging, but I will start purging. It's about, yep, I can start purging today.
You can.
Yeah.
Like you're training for a UFC title fight.
No, trust me. I want to look good. I've been thinking about it. Maybe I'll go and join Fanjerry and get a tan, too. I've been thinking about it. For sure.
So there we go.
Thank you for the shirt, by the way. Danny gave me this special shirt. It's very nice.
Merch
I'm
up. Check it out.
Anyways,
it'll be linked down in the description on YouTube.
I wanted to give you some positive information. So I shot today. I have my own cameraman too. His name is Felipe. You know Felipe, the Brazilian guy. My Nico per se. So we were shooting today, and he told me about a place, a magical place that you might like. And he told me, this is what he said. He said, Danny would be treated like a god in this place. And
What
I
is
said,
this place you speak of?
and I said, why is that? And he goes, well, any white man that enters is treated like a god. And I'm like, okay, well, what is it? He goes, there's a place in Koreatown called Arena.
I thought it was going to be a cotton plantation.
No, listen, it's called Arena, right? And on Thursday nights, they have college night, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says there is not one person there besides an 18 to 21-year-old Asian woman.
Too old.
18 to 21?
Too old, yeah. I'm sorry. Ben knows.
We need younger than 18 Asian girls?
I like 13 to 15.
What is wrong with
I'll
you,
do six-
fucking pedophile fuck? Listen, he said, listen, I have a picture here in my phone, buddy. He sent me from the fucking Instagram of this place.
Mm-hmm.
It basically looks like a fucking hentai porn, but real.
It sounds
It's
good.
Crazy.
Can I share something with you, though?
Sure.
I've made some serious lifestyle changes. I've been sober for a full month.
You're sober from the Asians?
I've been sober. I haven't touched alcohol or marijuana, pharmaceuticals,
Or
opium,
marijuana?
anything.
I like the no marijuana. That's
Since
good.
December 14th.
Wow.
Since December 14th. I feel great. I've been waking up at 6 a.m. I'm not sure if there's a place in my life right now for 18 to 21-year-old Asian pussy.
That's shocking to hear, man.
Actually,
Ben, are you shocked?
I'm having sex with a 20-year-old Asian girl.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
having sex with a 20-year-old quarter Asian girl. I believe.
Yeah, so
that's at least a quarter.
What do you have to
your
say,
Asian.
producer Ben? Not a real Asian girl. She's not a real Asian
Not a
girl?
real Asian. I mean, she
what
really
the hell
looks
does
like
that mean?
Well, she looks like a fucking.
He's saying that she wouldn't be hanging out in Koreatown.
Yeah, she would
She's
never
not
be
Asian
at
enough.
Arena on Thursday at college night.
Yeah, I've been starting to feel guilty about the prospect of hitting up other chicks.
You know what? I like this. All right, because it's gonna it honestly it'll lead you to a more focused self. I like this. I want to see this happen. I mean, I don't want you to get hurt or anything, but I do appreciate.
I'm not gonna
focused
get
Danny.
hurt. I'm a fucking man now.
You're a man now.
I'm a completely different person. The way I used to approach relationships was I was putting forth the cardboard cutout Danny because the real Danny was so pathetic. The real Danny was working 40 hours a week in a restaurant scrubbing plates.
Yeah.
The real Danny was throwing writing up on the internet, allegedly comedy, not really, basically, that 5 people were reading. That was the real Danny. And I was writing stories about my ex-girlfriend getting banged by black dudes. That was the real Danny. But now that I've done something that some people appreciate and has given me a decent living, now I feel like I can actually be myself. So the dynamic in a relationship is much more healthy.
I like that. I mean, you found yourself. I mean, you followed your heart, buddy, and now you're getting somewhere. And a lot more than some people appreciate this content, man.
Don't think I'm a saint, though. There's still that temptation. I'm not going to say I haven't liked a couple titty pictures. I haven't sent a couple heart eyes in response to stories that get me aroused.
Wow.
It's tough.
It is tough, man. I'm sure. And the girls are coming to you now, aren't they?
Oh, they come to me in droves.
In droves.
Producer Ben's got to deal with it.
Really?
Oh.
Do they come? Do they knock down your door, man? They figured out where you live?
They don't knock, but they're pretty good with screwdrivers. They get that
Dude,
thing off the
get
hinges.
in. Holy shit. They go right in. They're they sexually assaulting you?
Leo, I woke up the other day and there was a 14-year-old with braces trying to get through my board shorts that I was sleeping
Dude,
in.
what did you slap
I have
her?
to wear something with laces that's tight so I don't get raped in the night.
Are you serious? So if you wake up with a morning erection, is that just like, are you in the openly going to get sexually assaulted now?
I have an attorney working on defending me against statutory rape right now based on a sleep scenario.
Holy fucking shit. How old was this woman?
She was 14.
Ugh, this is just terrible. Where'd she get in? Through the window? Through the door? What'd she do? How'd she get in?
She might have come in through the bathroom window like a Beatles song.
Are you sure one of these fucking roommates of yours are sabotaging your... Are they? Is it Ben, dude, letting him in? I think it might be Ben, dude.
Well, he
Producer
works at
Ben's
TikTok, so he's got a steady stream of underage women.
Dude, if I was fucking Columbo, if I was Investigator Columbo, Detective Columbo, I'd say that Ben has a lot to do with this fucking bullshit.
Who's Columbo?
Columbo's like one of the greatest detectives on TV ever.
What show?
It's called Columbo. Jesus, man.
never
Your
heard
dad,
of this.
I guarantee your dad's a fan of Columbo. Spielberg did like the first season. He was the director of the first season. It's one of the longest running shows, and he had his own style. He was like that kind of old. He would act dumb, and he would play stupid, and then he would like get everybody.
It sounds like a
smart.
masterpiece.
Honestly, it's really good. You should check one out because you could probably do a video. We could probably do a Columbo video.
Yeah, if 3 people will get that in North
No,
America.
dude, way more.
And they're
people.
all going to be over
If
the
you
age
know
of
who
40.
Columbo is, fucking comment on the like. All these guys' dads probably watch Columbo. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
If you know who Columbo is, comment.
This morning, I had the urge to talk to this girl with huge tits that I used to have sex with.
Fake tits?
No, natural tits. The biggest natural tits I've ever experienced in my life.
Are you saying that your current girlfriend is lacking in that department and is making you stray to tits is kind of what, I don't know, is making you... is that why it's exciting now?
Well, I hope she's not.
Always
I hope she's not listening because you probably just made her very insecure.
Oh, stop!
No.
That's not. No, I didn't.
No, she's got beautiful tits.
I don't really. Yeah.
But you know as well as I do that no matter what your girlfriend is endowed with, there's always something new and novel prancing down the street in a pair of high heels.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite black comedians once said. He's like, "Yeah, sometimes a man just needs some random pussy. It ain't better pussy. It's just different pussy."
I don't like the girl that I was thinking about this morning, but I remember there was a morning in San Francisco. This was potentially my first groupie ever.
Story. Did she jerk you off in your car?
She let me have sex with her.
Oh, wow.
It's an upgrade.
Quite an upgrade. The jerk off in your car. You told me one time, but you called me and you're like, I just got jerked off in my car. I just stopped by a girl's house and got jerked off in my car.
I don't even remember that. This girl, though, she met me the night of the Drink on the Job video, which was filmed in June 2018. Yeah, old school.
Wow.
And she met me through my videos on Instagram. Probably the first bona fide Danny Mullen groupie.
Wow, she deserves a plaque.
She does. She does. Gigantic boobies. I thought about it this morning. What did I do, Leo?
What'd you do?
Did I send her a message that just said, "Hey, baby," with
You
"hey"
did.
spelled H-A-I and then a kissy face?
Did you?
Did I call her up? Did I try to rent us a room at the Lemoore Hotel halfway between San Francisco and L.A. and try to rendezvous and fuck her in
Why do
room
you know
308?
about that hotel?
I'm not going to continue down that
Sick
line of
fuck.
questioning.
308, huh? Was that the room with the view?
That's my go-to. Well, I drop a lot of coin at the slot, so they always call me on that one.
Oh.
What I did was I went to Pornhub and I jerked off to a girl with very similar looking titties. They were in the fetish section.
Wow.
And I came and rolled up a Bounty toilet paper wad.
Jesus.
Flushed it down the toilet. Actually, I didn't because I would clog the pipes. I threw it in the wastebasket, and I went about my day.
I'm very proud of you, man. But can I ask you a question about
Yes.
porn? Do you ever think it hinders your mental health?
No.
You watch porn. Do you ever stumble upon a porn that might ruin your day?
Well, I watched a Snuff film the other day, and that one made me feel a little queasy. But I was over
High
at my
Heel
lunch.
Homicide.
I think High Heel Homicide is not a real snuff film. It sounds too high budget.
Okay, tell me why did this snuff film make you feel queasy?
I don't think you know the definition of a snuff film if you're asking me this right now.
Is it a snuff film like it's like a really, it's almost porn, right? But it's like artsy. Is that not what it is?
Yeah, Leo, go Google Snuff Films tonight.
such a
Download
dick,
a
dude.
bunch, put them
Why
on your
are
hard
you
drive,
such an
and then
asshole,
let me
dude?
know how you
I'm
feel.
Googling it right now.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
you, dude.
Yeah. No,
It's
don't.
fucking arena right there, buddy.
Don't Google it, Leo. Let's pull some up and
No,
watch
I don't
it together.
want to watch
live.
something that's disturbing. I'm gonna watch it right now.
So here's a Snuff film.
So scenes of actual homicide? You sick fuck.
No.
Why would you watch that?
No. A snuff film is where a girl is using snuff tobacco while making love.
That is not true. I just saw it. It says that it's actual homicide, dude.
That is amazing. You never knew what
Why
that
would
was.
you fucking watch that? Why would you watch that, dude?
Because sometimes I can't get any sexual gratification until I see the loss of life.
You were a liar. You were not. You're jerking off to this shit?
Yeah.
Where do you find it? The dark web?
Ian Lenegi shoots it to me.
Seriously?
He would be the guy to have snuff
I know
films.
he would. Dude, no, I know. I used to be on a group chat. I got kicked off of it because I talked shit one time to this one guy. But they used to always send fucked up shit like Brazilian like gangs fighting and chopping each other's legs off and shit. Is that a snuff film?
That's a snuff film. I can't watch. I'm obviously
Why would you
joking.
watch that?
I think everybody knows I'm joking except for you right now, maybe.
Wait, you've never watched a video where somebody actually died?
It's illegal to possess, and also they're mythical. I don't know anybody who's ever seen one.
Wait, are you serious?
There's a novel, Less Than Zero, by Bret Easton Ellis that has a very detailed scene about them watching a snuff film where a black guy cuts 2 kids in half and fucks them.
What?
I'll let you borrow the book. It's in my shelf over there.
Wait, so it's a. Why is it called a snuff film? Is there a plot?
I don't know. The word snuff implies to smother life. I think when you snuff out a candle, it means you kill the blaze.
So wait a second. Is it?
The plots are usually really good. Aaron Sorkin wrote this really good
Okay,
Snuff film.
you're such an asshole right now. Why can't I ever ask you a question without you being a sarcastic fuck, dude?
Because I'm in disbelief you didn't know what this was.
It doesn't matter. It's probably good. But listen, so there's no plot. It's just like a video where it's probably on fucking, it's on the dark web, I'm sure. But I'm seriously, okay, one time on one of these group chats, it was a WhatsApp, so you know it's shady. It's like texting in open waters, you know, like whatever happens.
International waters.
Yeah, international waters. So it was this guy who was working in a factory, and he got his arm stuck on this machine, and he kept spinning, and he hit his head, and then blood started splattering. It was from one of the not a hidden camera, a fucking security camera, and then everybody that was working with him started screaming, and then they all left. Is that a snuff film?
No, because nobody was having sex with him, and he didn't die.
Oh, there has to be sex?
There has to be sex. The only footage I've seen is that famous shot of that shamed executive of some company committing suicide at a press conference with a pistol.
And where was the sex?
I don't know.
Was he jerking off?
Unless the coroner did something with him after. I don't think there was sex.
So why is that a snuff film?
It's not a snuff film. It's the only on-camera death I've seen. I don't have the courage to watch ISIS beheading videos, though I know people who watch them all religiously.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, look, that one video fucked me up. I didn't want to see it. I saw it by accident. It's one of those things I was just trying to I just couldn't. It was already playing, and I had to watch it. It was honestly Midge's fault. I think he fucking played it.
What'd you do today after you filmed?
What'd I do today after I filmed? I got home and I did 100 dips on my deck.
I thought I smelled booze on your breath when you walked through the door.
Well, why'd you get so close? Maybe I had a couple of Trulies.
Before or after the dips?
Dude, before the fucking shoot, so I could loosen up and fucking go talk to people about CrossFit and how I used to be homosexual and now I'm straight and shit. Like I had these bits. I wrote bits. I wrote bits, Danny. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know you were disciplined enough to write bits.
Such an asshole. I'm not disciplined at all, man. Listen, but I have an eye for talent, and I'm assembling a team. And you got me. I don't know. We found each other.
You're crumbling under the accusation that you don't have any discipline.
I don't have.
Why don't you have any discipline?
Well, probably because I've gotten away with a lot of stuff, based on the way that I look, and I've been lazy in most things. Like my first job, I just kind of sold a copier a month when I could have probably sold 10 and made a lot of money. But I would just hit quota, and then I would go and chase pussy, or go and work out, or go and jerk off, or fucking go to a movie at 1 p.m. because I am always in search of that hedonistic lifestyle. I'm just a hedonist, dude. I search for pleasure all day. So I'll have my 20-year-old girlfriend come over, and then we just lie around and we eat shrimp cocktails.
She's 21. She's pretty much an old maid at this point. Why do you keep subtracting a year?
She is 21.
Yeah,
I didn't subtract.
Dump her and find.
How did you know?
Why do
you keep tabs on my fucking girlfriend's age?
Sometimes I need stroke material, and snuff films or big titty porn isn't cutting it.
You sick fuck.
I kid.
You sick son of a bitch.
You posted a story of her 21st birthday when you guys were first drinking legally together. What I was saying though,
he did. He jerked off to that fucking.
Fuck. I did. I'm not going to. So
so I have no discipline in that regard. But for example, do I show up on time?
Sometimes.
Every time.
I kid. You do. You told me once. This was a while ago. This might have been over a year ago. That you began your mornings at around 5 a.m. You woke up, looked at your direct messages, masturbated to messages from various women.
Sometimes, yeah.
Went back to sleep, woke up again, opened up your Instagram direct messages, jerked off to the second wave of messages from women, and then got up and got your day started.
Yes. That's accurate. What I didn't tell you is I'd send a shirtless picture to Sugar Mama, make sure that income's still good. Then I'd check in with a couple of. This was when I was single, yeah. And then I'd make sure I'd have the girl that was going to come over that night lined up, and then I'd start trying to figure out what I was going to eat and not binge. Usually have like a really low amount of. I'd have only healthy food in the house, otherwise I'll just eat it all and binge horribly. And then I'd work out, maybe like work on a scene that I had to do for class. Oh, we got 3 minutes 40. And then I'd fucking and then I'd do that, fucking work out a little bit, do something like along the lines of that. Then have the girl come over and then do it all over again. And I was really depressed and no direction. But then I had some things before I met you. I had some things. I think I've been thrust into this lifestyle of like having ultra discipline after.
Leo, listen to me. I got some suggestions to make.
Sure.
So these are just suggestions.
All right, dude. I'm open to suggestions, man. I mean, I've been reading more. It's helping. I mean, honestly, yes. You told me to read fucking Think and Grow Rich when a long time ago, and it's taken me a year, but I'm getting through it. And honestly, it's great, dude. I mean, look, I'll just read a couple chapters and I'll start thinking about some bullshit.
Listen to me. Don't worry about Napoleon Hill right now. He's dead.
He's dude. The sex chapter though, the fucking sex chapter though, man. He says it's one of the reasons great men fail.
Leo, listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want to come off patronizing right now, but I've been reading a lot too. And now that I've turned 30, my perspective on what I need to get done and how I need to live my life is totally changed.
All right.
The clock is ticking. This decade is a war.
Fuck yeah.
Because once you get to 40 and you're not where you want to be career-wise, it gets bleak.
It's hard, yeah.
This decade is every bit a battlefield as the Somme was during World War I.
Gotcha.
There are dead Frenchmen and fucking Germans and dudes with helmets and muskets and barbed wire.
Fuck yeah.
You got to be on it.
Yes.
The way I've been starting my day is I wake up at 6 a.m., no later. This is written down. This isn't on a whim. It's written down on a sheet of paper I carry everywhere in my wallet. That goal says wake up at 6 a.m. every fucking day until March 30th. It says you may not drink a drop of alcohol until March 30th. So I wake up every day at 6 a.m. while the sun is still down and it's dark. And you know what I do after I wake up?
What?
I make my fucking bed.
Yeah, I know. The making of the bed. I haven't made my bed ever.
I'm not surprised.
Not once. I've never made my bed.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, you're too busy jerking off to your phone. Listen to me. Listen to me. Do I look like I'm done?
No.
These two ideas I just picked up, Jocko Willink, the Navy SEAL, and this other Navy SEAL guy who's got a book called, wouldn't it be appropriate, Make Your Bed, it's called.
Yeah.
The reason these two things work so well in tandem is if you get up at the fucking crack of shit, aka the crack of dawn, and you make your bed, you've accomplished two things in the first seconds of your day.
Nice.
Two big exercises of willpower. An early wake up, earlier than all the competition, all those other long-haired faggots waking up in Hollywood trying to get your jobs. You're up before them, and you've made your bed. Yeah. Boom, boom, two things you've accomplished. You're ready to go. Let me ask you this. After you've made your bed and woke up at 6 a.m., do you think you're more likely to have a breakfast burrito with mayonnaise and deep-fried fucking onion rings in it? Or do you think you're more likely to have a nice lean piece of chicken with some scrambled eggs and a glass of water?
Ooh, that sounds good. No, yeah, I think you're much more likely to stay in a healthy state.
It's a willpower thing.
Yeah.
It's if you start your day with no willpower, which means jerking off to chicks, you're going to follow through and have no willpower until your head hits the pillow at night.
You're absolutely right, man.
But if you keep building up little fucking bricks in your wall of willpower throughout the day, it's going to pain you physically to go beat off or to go watch one of Ruman or Andrew Judge TV's Instagram videos. It's going to pain you.
Yeah.
And that's what's really... I've been pretty good about discipline since I was 27, but now at 30, I'm really turning it up.
I like it. But listen, do you think will a more focused Leo benefit you in any way?
Sure. It'll benefit you, too. It'll benefit both of us. It'll benefit everybody. It'll benefit your girlfriend, your father. Producer Ben will benefit from it. Right now, you guys, I know when you're drunk, you exchange a couple naked pictures every now and then,
absolutely.
The two of you. So I think,
he's definitely my type, and he's definitely that.
You put a wig on him, you can't tell if he's male or female.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't complain if he was my cellmate in jail.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a bad thing at all.
You being more disciplined, yeah, it would benefit me. Not that you're doing a bad job at anything right now, and I'm not trying to be patronizing. As I said at the beginning of this little speech, but it's just something to think about.
Thank you. No, listen. It's hard, man. My mom babied me growing up.
Mine too.
Too much love, picked up after me.
Mine too.
My dad was a little on the harsher side, and then that created I don't know. I seek kind of pleasure. I guess I just seek to get my depression levels to a good place, and I do that by seeking pleasure. So I binge on food sometimes. I chase pussy. I can never get my room in order. I mean, I keep I don't lose things. I'm not like a fucking complete mess in that way, but I don't keep my car clean. I don't keep my fucking room clean. definitely not where I need to be in any way, in shape or form in my own life. I mean,
Where do you want to be when you're 40?
I'd like to be making a living on the YouTube or I'd like to be making a living doing what I like to do.
Let's
which
bring
is
it
comedy.
in. Let's bring it in into the more immediate future. By the time you're 36, what do you want your life to look like?
I'd like to be making a good living.
What's a good living?
I'd like to be making like over $200,000
A year.
Yeah.
Why not more than that?
All right.
That's a
fucking
long
million.
time. What do you got? 4 years to get there? 3 years?
4 years. Yeah.
$200,000 a year as both. Our cameraman
It's nothing,
Nico and
dude.
I
You're
got
right.
into it about this. Cameraman Nico thinks you're living in a palace of gold if you make $100,000 a year.
Yeah, I know.
Him and I were talking about that. But
No, you need to make like $1 million a year.
yeah, right now I make, full disclosure, people, I make around 50. I made $50K last year off YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But with my expenses, thumbnails, editors, cameramen, driving to shoots, costumes, rent here, which is
probably broke
exorbitant, I'm dirt poor. And my parents pay for my car insurance, my phone bill. I'm a man-child just like you.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get to a point to really save money and be set for life.
Yeah.
And everybody who's listening right now, too, you need to be thinking $500,000 a year.
Yeah, $500,000
$1
a year.
million a year.
$1 million or $500,000. Absolutely.
Especially now.
Especially now, man. I mean, look, but like if you look at my father's a millionaire. How he got there was he saved $75,000 and he bought a fucking lot. Then he built a house on it, and it cost him about $100,000. And then he sold it for $500,000. So that was like how he made his first little chunk. And then he saved some money, and then he had the 94 earthquake, and he was a contractor out here. And then he made $300,000 a year he made 400 something thousand 1 year. Every year after that for like 5 years. And then he was very frugal, and then he purchased a couple homes, and now, he's set. He's chilling. But, would you say there was some luck involved? For sure. Now the price of a fucking house went from fucking 200,000 median to I think it's 600,000 the median price of a house now in Los Angeles.
I don't know if I believe in the luck thing.
Yeah, you're right. No,
Especially now.
it wasn't luck, man. He just took. Yeah, I know. Especially now. You're right. I like it. Yeah.
I was thinking about that. Adam Carolla, one of my radio heroes. The way he got into radio was Jimmy Kimmel was on a shitty morning show talking to their black janitor about having a boxing match. Adam Carolla heard it on the radio, called in, said he was a trainer. They told him to fuck off. So he went to the studio, knocked on the glass door, had a janitor let him in, went upstairs, said he was a boxing coach, coached Jimmy Kimmel, befriended him, and then he became a radio star. He said he didn't know how he would get into the business if that didn't happen. I think Adam Carolla would have found a way.
He would have found a way.
And especially today with podcasting and all these other mediums, even if you get YouTubed as hard as you can still, through hard work, make a career for yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I don't buy into the luck thing. Your dad worked his fucking ass off.
Yeah, he worked his ass off. He had kids. He said he got way more focused after kids. He was on his own for a long time. I mean, but
That's. It was getting serious. I was gonna make a joke about him molesting you, but that was probably uncalled for.
Christ, Danny,
I'm sorry.
Fuck, man.
It's been a while since the last time Ben laughed over there. I was
So
trying to make him smile.
I just need to create I need to do whatever I do. I need to stick with it for like at least 30 days to create like a habit, and then do it for way longer than that. And you've done that, man, and I appreciate that. It's good, man. I know when I see a talented and hardworking guy, it takes a couple things. It takes not just talent, it takes like the hard work too. And I probably didn't have that in baseball either, dude. All I cared about was hitting. I didn't give a fuck about like the being a complete player and being like, I was like, I'm talented.
Fielding's for
defense.
fags.
Yeah, thank you. Fielding is for fags. I was like, dude,
that should be your
give
merch.
me the fucking
Make
lineup,
merch.
dude. Fielding is for fags,
Yeah.
dude. Just hit bombs, dude.
Nelk and I are talking.
Fuck that.
Nelk's talking about doing a video where we enter Steve Will Do It or Kyle in a BJJ tournament in a blackout. I want to get a shirt made because I'm going to stand in the bullpen and be the coach. It says half guard is for homos.
That's so fucking
Fielding
good,
is for
dude.
faggots would be a
Fielding
great
is for
compliment.
faggots,
Which is
great,
true.
dude.
It is.
It is, dude.
Who's the best fielder of all time?
Probably Omar Vizquel. Would
Homo.
you say? Omar Vizquel, dude. But he was also a good hitter. But he's dude. Yeah, his fielding was out of control. Who's like the best fielder that sucked at hitting? Ben would you say like right now in the bigs I'd say Milton Bradley on the Boston Red Sox can't hit for fucking shit, and he's a great defender and center fielder. He's fuck that guy, dude.
Okay.
People don't like that guy. But listen,
Boys
yeah,
are gay.
dude. But yeah, fuck, man. I can't be just one of those guys that almost made it. You're right. And I need to turn it on now. And then I need to write my book. how to half-ass get really successful.
Don't write a book. Writing books is I envy anybody.
I'm not going to write a book, Danny. That was a joke.
It is. I don't think there's a better lifestyle than being an author.
You told me last year that you reread your books and you liked them.
Yeah, they're cool.
I want to read your books.
They've only made me combined maybe $200 in the 3-4 years since they've been out.
You know what? Fucking
bad investment of time.
You know what? Fucking no, dude. But pump your books now, dude. See what happens. That'd be so funny.
No. The merch is where it's at. The merch is way better. People forget the books.
Yeah,
imagine being an author, though. Imagine waking up whenever you want. You could live in fucking Montana.
Yeah.
You could live in downtown Idaho. You could be living in a penthouse for $28 a month.
Yeah.
A nice penthouse, too, probably.
Yeah.
With that, there might be an elevator up to your room. One of those direct opener ones into the room.
Sound nice.
You wake up, do it from wherever, and you fucking just try to put out one every 2-3 years. And like, if you're Chuck Palahniuk, if you're somebody who's selling big books, there ain't a better job than that.
Nah, there isn't.
You don't have to perform. You don't have to be on.
Nope.
You just drink a cup of coffee. You got your dick out. You're masturbating every 15 minutes on the 15 minute.
Christ.
Yeah.
How often are you masturbating less?
No.
I'm trying to save some bullets recently.
Why?
I don't know.
Save bullets?
Yeah, dude. I was reading some stuff about not masturbating as much.
You probably just feel emasculated when you don't have as much volume of semen come out.
It's true.
Where do you come on your girlfriend?
Jesus fucking Christ, Danny. Wherever I so please.
Where was the last
come?
place last place I came? My chick and I, we ate each other's asses this weekend.
Jesus, really?
Mm-hmm.
You saw her this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
You bastard. When, Sunday?
Dead sober, ate her fucking ass.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
What position was she in? Was she on her back?
I made her get down on her stomach like a soldier crawling through a marsh. Nice. And I spread open those butt cheeks, and I put my tongue in that fucking asshole.
Wow.
And I went counterclockwise around the rim.
Wow. Was she squirming in pleasure?
She was squirming like a fucking grub.
Did she come here? Did you go all the way to
sparrow's mouth?
Did you go to the fucking? Did you go to Santa Barbara?
No, it was here. It was in that room.
A grub and a
sparrow's mouth.
It was in that room, huh? She slept over?
She
you guys cuddle?
Sucked my dick.
Yeah? After?
At some point. I just want to say that right
Jesus.
there. Yeah.
And then, do you guys cuddle?
Don't worry about the cuddle.
Why? I want to know. I want to know he fucking cuddled.
Danny Mullen
That's
doesn't
what's
cuddle.
important.
Danny
dude.
Mullen doesn't cuddle.
That's not true.
Danny
I know
Mullen
you
ejaculate. This is how I ejaculate. I go, fuck, and then I go, spit on her face, slap her, so it's like, and then I get up and I just walk out of the room.
That's a man who's been
and then
watching too much porn, man.
I come back with a few Kleenex, I throw them at her, and I say, get out of here, bitch. And
wow.
I fucking
and it
show
works,
her.
Huh?
Yeah.
And you say, I'm a fucking YouTuber, bitch.
No, she knows that.
And then you say, what do you say? You're lucky to be fucking the great Danny Mullen?
No.
Wait, do you hear anything? Have you ever heard Danny having sex, Ben? No.
We had sex with the door cracked. The door was cracked open because my door was
did that
broken.
on purpose.
Yeah, I want people to see my gaped asshole as from fucking missionary pound
God,
away.
Dude.
Yeah.
Is it mostly missionary still?
I don't even ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Wow. Are you just tapping it doggy all the time now?
2 words. Pile driver.
Jesus, dude. Are you just like, okay, so this YouTube career, has it now made you an absolute champion in the sack?
I have sex with her wearing a full face helmet for my own protection.
What the fuck? So recently you've become so good in the sack that now you have to wear a fucking helmet? What is it? What kind of helmet? Is it a lacrosse helmet, or is it a football helmet, or is it a biker or a
what
bike?
Johnny Tran wears in the first Fast and Furious? That's the helmet I wear.
Oh
Johnny Tran, who's doing upwards
dude.
of 120 on a motorbike with an MP5, fucking shooting at Vin Diesel.
Oh my
Same
God.
helmet.
So that helmet, so that's been proven and tested, like where you can really fall off the bike, and it could save your life if you're going like 100 miles an hour. This is the same helmet that you're using to have sex with your girlfriend.
Yes. Because not only is there the threat of the positions I take, the falling and hitting my head on the floor, but there's the velocity of my thrust. The wind scream could hurt my ears.
Oh, my God.
And I need protection.
So
you didn't answer the question, though. I've told you enough about my love life. Where did you finish on your girlfriend last time?
Her ass.
Like generally around her buttocks?
Yeah, after doggy style, yes, Danny.
Have you ever snowballed her?
I forget what that means.
It's where you lick up your cum off her neck or ass or back, and then you make out with her with a mouthful of cum.
I'm going to go ahead and say no, but please tell me that you have done that, because
I've done that.
No, you haven't.
I snowball.
Stop right now. You're telling me you fucking lick up your own cum and you fucking make out with a girl. You snowball girls.
I snowball.
That is not true. You're fucking lying, dude.
You know who I learned this from? And I don't think he might not be totally pleased about me telling this. UFC fighter Joseph Benavidez. He's a lightweight or a straw weight, or is he a flyweight? I can't even keep track.
He's
a stalwart.
Snowball girls?
He used to snowball.
Don't you ejaculate like a lot?
Yeah. But
You lick it all up, or just some of it?
Joseph Benavidez used to be a notorious snowballer. I called him fucking. He looked. I got no jokes here. I was gonna say he was like the abominable snowman from that Rankin Bass cartoon with Yukon Cornelius. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh God, are you serious? You've really snowballed a chick?
Yeah, I'm being dead serious.
Okay, what is the most disgusting thing you ever did in the sack? I want to know what it is. I want to know what the most disgusting thing, where you like questioned yourself. Like if you had been doing this and looked over and saw yourself doing this in a mirror, you might have stopped. What is the most disgusting thing?
I'm sorry to take the wind out of your sails here, but I think eating my own cum is probably going to top the list.
Really? So snowballing a chick? I mean, how many times have you snowballed a chick? I have to know.
I've done it with my current chick like 3 times. I
There's
swear.
No way. I don't believe you.
Okay,
I don't believe you.
So let me continue on. Joseph Benavidez, the flyweight MMA fighter. He's the fucking man.
No way, right?
He used to do it with every chick he fucked until his current wife, Megan Levy, the reporter, who hates me, by the way, she forbade him from eating his own cum. So he can't do it anymore. So the torch was passed to one Danny Mullen Esquire.
Really, the torch. This is a great torch, huh? This is, what is it, like a badge, like one of those fucking Cub Scout badges, dude?
The torch, instead of like having a flame, it's shaped like a penis, and there's cum oozing down the side.
Oh my fucking God!
That's the torch of the snowball.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck. There's definitely something that you're hiding from your fucking childhood that happened to you. Something really fucked up happened to you. Like you were left alone, and a bunch of chimpanzees that had escaped from the zoo. They came into your house and they all fucking took advantage of your asshole together and then left. And you think it was a nightmare or a dream, but it happened to you. And then it made you the most sexually odd man I have ever met. Is your penis really looking weird, by the way? I saw that tweet.
The tweet he's referring to is I noticed that my cock is molded to the grip of my right hand, which means it's slightly off kilter and crooked. Yeah, because I've been beating off 3 times a day since 5th grade, which is in 1998.
Oh my fucking God! The Yankees won in 1998.
It might have been in 2000.
So it's right. Yeah, you know what? I learned to jerk off with my left hand because I broke my right hand once, and I've since done it with my left, and it's been, I think, good for my penis.
Well, lottie fucking da, Leo.
What, dude?
You don't snowball. You have a straight penis.
What the fuck is that, dude? I can't believe you snowball. No, man. I don't know that I'm vanilla in bed compared to you, but I mean, I'm pretty like standard. Like I do I'm a big guy. I'm taking you now. You know, and I think my girlfriend likes that.
I snowball harder than Scott Farkas in the fight with Ralphie in A Christmas Story. I'm glad that landed. I was waiting to make that one.
That's good, dude. That's very good.
Thank you.
How do you come up with your metaphors, man? Like, how do you search for them in that head of yours, that crazy, fucking sex-filled head of yours?
Coming up with jokes is tough.
It is, man. How do you do it? I mean, you do it quite well, on the fly a lot. I mean, I know that you've written some of them prior and you practice them, you sick fuck, but not always.
I listen to guys like Jim Norton. Jim Norton is a radio god. On Opie and Anthony, and Adam Carolla too. Those guys toss out the best off-the-cuff fucking jokes you could imagine.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to learn from, you know who's really good, who's really helping me with jokes right now, is Todd Barry.
Okay.
Todd Barry, he's got this special on Amazon called the Crowdwork Special. Mm-hmm. He's so good at listening. And listening is what I'm starting to realize is the key to comedy.
It's also the key to acting, they say. And I do agree. If like you can listen to someone and kind of engage yourself in that world, you can fool yourself into thinking it's real, and then what you say comes out so much more real. But that's interesting.
Let me make a coherent point here first, because I'm already all over the place. I've mentioned like 3 fucking guys.
That's okay, dude. It's good. It's good fucking podcasting.
But Todd Barry, And I've been reading improv books. I take improv classes at one of the good improv places in LA. And a thing that I've learned from that is that listening and responding to the subtext of what somebody says, so not what you're actually saying, but what you mean, and making a joke based off what the person means but doesn't say, that is more powerful comedically. And I've noticed Todd Barry doing that in his crowd work tour on Amazon, almost every joke. And that's what I aim for. But comedy, you can't define it. It's not a science. It's hard to answer something like how do you make jokes.
But why is it that like the jokes in threes, when you bring the thing for the third time in like a set, it's always so fucking funny. If you study it, like I've watched a shitload of comedy live, especially this last couple years, and it's just like if you bring the thing the third time, it's always a gigantic laugh. It's weird.
There are certain comedic principles that work with the human brain in a way we can't really explain.
Exactly.
That's an example. Specificity is an example. So, for instance, instead of saying, I was hanging out with John, we were having a couple beers, it's funnier, proven by science, if you say, I was hanging out with John, we were having a few Heinekens. If you're specific, it's funnier. I had another example of what's scientifically funnier too. But yeah, identifying patterns in comedy is funny. And then also, this is what I remember now, I learned this in college about jokes. The less information in a joke, the funnier. So the example they gave us is there was like this weird fucking sandwich. And the joke was this sandwich was built by Frank Lloyd Wright, who's like a famous architect. And that joke is proven to be funnier than saying this sandwich was built by Frank Lloyd Wright, who is this famous architect, and having all the information in there. If you just say Frank Lloyd Wright, it's funnier than saying he's an architect.
Nice. Yeah, that definitely is something that there's a lot of research that I need to do. I mean, I think improv is probably what I've taken the least in my life. I've taken a ton of acting classes. I'm still in one. I'm going into one after this. But I only took 2 levels of improv, level 1 and 2 at the improv space. And that's something, maybe I need to get back into that, especially for what we do. I mean, I feel like we do. I mean, I feel like me and you were just improving all day, but it would still be good to do it. It'd be good to do it with guys that I don't know that well and, like, have to figure out ways to,
Dude, the problem with improv, my first experience at this place that I go, great. Everybody was awesome, really fun atmosphere. Nothing was off limits. Right now, my instructor is cool as shit, by the way. He was giving a speech. He said, it's best if you don't play the opposite sex in your scenes. Don't, as a man, try to be a woman. Because all the jokes just become like, oh, I'm a chick, I have tits, oh. Yeah. The jokes are just very obvious and on the surface and not very interesting. And of course, what happens? A gay dude in the class raises his hand, takes issue with that, lets us all know he's non-binary, and then a bunch of the chicks chime in too and say they're offended by what the instructor has to say.
Holy fucking shit.
I couldn't believe it. I just buried my face in my palms, and I thought, this class is going to stink.
Damn it, dude. Well, dude, fucking ream them a new one, dude. Fucking kill those fucks in a scene.
That sounds like a bad idea. This isn't a Danny Mullen video. No, I can't just hop in the blue Mercury Sable and speed away afterwards.
I ruined an improv show.
I ruined a fucking improv class that I paid $520 for.
Dude, yeah, those are it's an expensive fucking class, but it's totally worth it, man. It's good shit. You think you'll ever join a troupe?
No. Because there's no money in it. And while my instructor is fucking badass, I was telling Ben and my roommates that he's always reminiscent about the good old days and Will Ferrell and all these guys who went on to success.
Yeah, Will Ferrell's...
It becomes clear that the real path of most improv guys is, even when they're really good, is you teach improv.
That's so
at community
true, man.
colleges,
it's
and
true, it's true.
You live hand to mouth, and it's not very good.
Improv is not. Yeah, it's an exercise that you use for acting, for stand up, and for our videos. That's what you do. The stuff that you can actually do well with. I mean, but does he say Will Ferrell is considered the greatest improver? Or
he didn't use the word the greatest.
But he's
one thing he said, and this is interesting for us because I do it a lot. One scene I remember doing it. He was talking about breaking character to laugh. Jimmy Fallon, SNL, notorious for breaking. Will Ferrell, usually pretty good, still breaks. A scene that's an example is the cowbell Blue Oyster Cult sketch with Christopher Walken. Yeah. Will Ferrell breaks there. You know where I broke, you were doing a very good job of not breaking, and I did? The Jews lit off the fireworks on 4th of July.
You broke.
I was breaking so hard. And my instructor said, and I like this guy, he's tight. I think he might be gay, but he's like very subtly gay. But he's got balls. He's cool and he's very knowledgeable. He said that it's a cop out when you break because it might make the fans laugh and the audience laugh, but it's a cheap laugh. They're laughing at you laughing, and it shows your lack of commitment to the scene.
So my break, when we chased after the guy that Nico did so well with on the beach, getting his number. Remember when he got the guy's number on the beach?
Yeah, and then the Picking Up Girls Wall High video in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, and then I had to proceed to tell the guy that Nico was molested by a priest.
Yeah.
And that's how he got the anal herpes.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep it together, dude. Especially when you started then hitting on the guy again. I couldn't do it, dude. That's like literally one of the hardest fucking things ever. Come on, man.
Yeah,
I had to tell that guy that, and then you started trying to get his number. I couldn't do it. Man.
You can't let a good piece of ass like that guy go to waste.
No, man. What do you think our best improv that we've ever done, me and you, in a scene that we've filmed?
Some of the best stuff. I think your best video, day drinking in Texas.
Yeah, man. I was just fucking. Yeah, I was on that video, man.
The Hook'em Horns, the frat. The Hook'em Horns shit was great.
Hook'em Horns is unbelievable.
For the people who haven't seen it, the Hook'em Horns was, we went to the University of Texas, almost blacked out drunk, just hammered, and we started telling people that the Hook'em Horns sign they give at football games, like the Rock On sign, what used to be a code for closeted gay men to identify each other and have anal sex.
This is when I just stood across from you and realized get so.
Yeah. And then we explained it to this guy who was from Jamaica, just this big smiling guy who just had this great attitude, and we just, after we gave him the full explanation, we started giving him the horns and trying to get him to suck our dicks.
Oh god, that's so fucking funny, man.
It was also easy to be funny because we'd filmed the entire day before, so we were pretty warmed up and loose, which is everything. I'm starting to do a podcast on Patreon right now, where I'm just going to go down the list of every girl I've ever had sex with and do a solo podcast talking about it. I did episode 1 last night on the Eiffel Tower girl, the girl I lost my virginity to.
Oh my god, how long did you go? An hour?
It was 34 minutes. But nice. I want to do one of those multiple times a week just so I can keep working the muscle.
Dude, that's fucking great. Yeah. Solo podcast, man. I mean, not a lot of people can pull it off, but I think you can.
I need more practice.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's tough. It's weird.
We were listening, producer Ben and I were talking about Colin Cowherd. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's an NFL pundit, and he just goes on these beautiful fucking 20-minute monologues about why Patrick Mahomes or Jimmy Garoppolo is a competent quarterback and why their chances against the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl will be surprisingly good. Yeah. And the metaphor he weaves in, the pauses, the inflection and tone, it's so pleasant to listen to. Oh, yeah. And it's a long way to go. That's one of the things about studying comedy all the time is I always feel inferior. I feel like I'm never going to be as good as Adam Carolla or as Adam Carolla.
It's tough, man. I mean, we can get as good as we're going to get and see what that does, and I think that's going to be really fucking good. But it's all a matter of opinion, though, at the end of the day. Don't you ever feel like that?
What I'm starting to realize now, and it's freed me up a lot, is if I try hard, and if we go out and we try as a group to put out good videos, there's going to be an audience for it.
Yeah.
Last year, I was too into reading comments and reading messages and trying to prove the haters wrong and prove the fans right every shoot. And just now, I'm tuned out of all that. I just do my work every day, and I go to bed early. And if that's not enough, then it's not worth it. All I can do is my fucking best while staying sane. And I know if I do that, then I know if we do that, it's going to work out. That's my attitude now.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, another single man podcast. Dalia, I mean, I know that you fucking think that I want to blow him, but
you do.
I think he's funny, man. And he does a single pod. He uses all his he does just absolutely.
You think his cock's bigger than yours too?
Well, I mean, a girl alluded to the fact that it was really big.
She said it was okay, so Leo knows this girl.
You love talking about Leah's fucking cock.
I like talking about anybody's cock. They don't have to be a famous comedian. Leo texted this girl who'd hooked up with both Leo.
Because you asked me to. You asked me to.
I did. I wanted to know. She'd hooked up with both Leo and Crystalia. Leo texted her, hey, what was the first text you sent? That must have been a big leapfrog from fucking, hey, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, how big is Crystalia's dick, by the way?
I said, I didn't even say hello. I just said, hey, my friends want to know how big Crystalia's dick is.
And she said it was the biggest she'd ever seen.
And I'm like, nice. I was like, yeah, so it's I mean, comparative. I didn't even ask her to.
You
compare.
seemed genuinely hurt that
I
your
was
hero had a
not
bigger
genuinely
penis.
hurt, and he's not my hero.
You did admit
I
that
think he's funny.
You admitted that Inlanighi's got a bigger cock than you.
I didn't say that.
That was
I said
progress.
limp. I said limp. You said we needed to have a hard off.
Have you
When
seen his
saw
hard
both-
cock? His hard cock's
A picture. I saw the picture
It's
of it.
terrifying, dude.
I mean, I have a proportional cock.
Is
to
it
my
terrifying?
size.
His is terrifying.
It's not terrifying.
His is terrifying.
No.
I
it's
felt
not.
uncomfortable
It's
in
big.
the
Did
way
see
you
it?
feel uncomfortable if there's a creak in your house at night.
I would
and there's a
say-
cold
look,
breeze all of a sudden, like there's a poltergeist nearby.
If you put Inlanighi's cock on my body, would it still be terrifying? It's just like, dude, he's a smaller guy, so it looks bigger. It's like
it gets
perspective. It's perspective.
I need to put his erect pic on Patreon too. It gets bigger at the top. It's narrow at the base, and then it has this. It's like an earthworm with that big swollen
God,
band up
dude.
around the top.
Jesus Christ.
That's
If
what
he
it
did-
looks like.
If Inlanighi didn't have that cock, would he even be on the team?
No, I'd cut him in a second.
You'd cut him in a second. It's all his cock?
Yeah, it's mostly his cock. If it were him, Inlanighi punching me in the face that night on my birthday, he would have been gone. But I just look at it as it was a big penis that punched me in the face, and I sympathize with that.
What if he had broken your nose?
My nose has been.
You didn't
broken
hit him.
enough times.
How'd you not hit him back?
I'm disciplined, and
That was good.
I'm a centered man.
Did you shoulder defense a little bit? Yeah, you might have done a little defense because it skipped off.
Dude.
It didn't hit you square.
I'm gonna tell you between you and I what really happened.
All right.
I got nothing.
Damn it.
I was gonna go into some big improv about me raping him or something, but I got nothing.
God, I wish we could do a video where we just punish him the entire time.
Yeah,
Like,
that's been
we
done a
put-
million
no,
times.
I know.
What are you
but I want to
talking
put him
about?
in the garage and just shoot him with pellet guns and all kinds of shit until he's just.
Why don't you
a
make that a video for
shell
your
of a
channel?
Man. No, I can't do that to him. What I am going to do for my channel, I was thinking about doing just having an interview with him and really just grilling him about that, like asking him if he loves Mountain Girl until he cracks and says like I don't know if he like could marry her and shit, and then post it on my channel and maybe she'll watch it, and then maybe they'll break up. Who knows? But yeah, I was thinking about doing a video where I just grill him like really bad, like with like a shot, like it's like a like he's a criminal, and I'm just like there's bright lights in his face. And I just ask him really fucked up questions. I think it'd be hilarious content.
Let's try it out. You're also assuming that all of your audience is familiar with Mountain Girl. This podcast audience seems to be savvy. They know all about that.
Dude, the podcast audience knows everything about all of us, I'm pretty sure. Oh, by the way, a guy came to the show. I wanted to
What
tell
show?
you this.
Your recent stand-up
Yeah,
show?
one of my recents. I had
Okay.
the one on Wednesday. No,
Got it.
Saturday.
Okay.
He came.
Thank God you cleared up that
Danny
confusion.
Mullen fan. You're such a fucking asshole sometimes.
No
dude.
problem. I'm just trying to help you.
This guy came and he said he would get your name tattooed on his body, my name, Inlanighi's name, Fanjeri's
Wait,
name.
so what do you get, Preston Aguilar or Inlanighi?
Either probably. It'd be hilarious if you got Preston
It
Aguilar.
would be really funny.
We'll make him get Preston Aguilar.
Okay, it's more letters.
And Nico's name. And he might as well fucking put fucking Ben's name in that too.
Yeah.
He said he would get all of our names tattooed on his body wherever we choose. He said even his forehead. The guy was on some psychedelics, but he wasn't a bad kid. He was a good, good audience member.
Wait. This might be our new crew member. Because I was talking to Leo that I want to do a video where we recruit a new crew member.
You know what his fucking Instagram's handle's funny. It's like Stone Beach Hippie.
Does his name start with an R?
His name is Skylar.
Because I'm looking for Rat Dick Ralph.
Well,
I've decided ahead of time.
This guy could be Rat Dick Ralph. Dude.
He's a rat. Have you seen his dick?
No, I haven't seen it.
We need to
but
see it. Yeah, because right now I
his
decided that
girlfriend was pissed.
I don't
but-
even need. It's not even going to be like Inlanighi where I base the nickname off where he came from. I need a Rat Dick Ralph up in my crew.
This guy 100% could be Rat Dick Ralph, dude. And if he loves us that much, what would he not do? You know?
You're right. This guy might be gold.
Yeah.
Can you show me his Instagram right now,
Sure.
and I'll give you my reactions live?
Absolutely. All right.
What should I talk about right now? I'll tell you people that this Thursday we got a big show for you. The Fanjeri learns Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You're going to see Fanjeri getting tossed around. I paid the hottest girl that Fanjeri has ever interacted with $110 to make out with him.
Jesus.
I pulled a Leo D'Ottavio move.
That's nice.
I'm looking at Rat Dick Ralph. This is a very uninteresting fucking Instagram.
What, he's got the video. He's got a video.
I'm watching a video of him. He's using some kind of controlled substance, and he's wearing a rainbow headband. He's
he is.
perfect. Here's what his profile is on Instagram: full-time psychonaut, hang loose with a maple leaf, part-time traveler, a tent with a palm tree, heavy stoner, an alien with a wave emoji, smoking the woods.
There There it is, dude. Is this fucking
Dude, you
Rat Dick Ralph?
You were neglected to mention that his name on Instagram is Stoned Beach Hippie.
I did. I said that earlier. I said
Did
that.
you?
You didn't catch it. Yes.
Oh, my listening's not good, and I made a big deal about it.
Is Ralph? Is this Rat Dick Ralph?
Message this guy right now and tell him he's going to get an audition.
All right.
This guy is a mess. This guy's brain is probably already a lost cause.
Oh no!
just
Honestly, dude, he was. I mean, like, I think I put him on my story. There he is, dude. Is he? He's just a little bit gone.
This is perfect.
Right? That's Rat Dick Ralph.
That's
dude.
Rat Dick Ralph.
Yeah, dude.
People expect, because what I did when I took my little hiatus, and a lot of people mistook the last week's video, the Edward Forty Hands video, as something we just filmed. That was from November. So this BJJ video and the video we're shooting this weekend, they're big fucking projects. Get excited about them. They're going to be, I think, at least 30 minutes in length. Definitely this BJJ one should be. It's going to be good stuff here. It's going to be fucking good stuff.
I'm excited.
A lot of writing went into it.
I'm excited to see it. Thanks for
multiple weeks
not
writing.
inviting me to fucking come. It's fine, dude. I would have only provided you with further good content. I would have only added to the story.
Yeah,
Danny.
and I'd have $110 in my wallet still, because you would have paid that girl to make out
I
with him.
probably would have paid for that girl to make out with him. Yes.
Jesus, I wish
Yeah, but it's okay. You didn't want to deal with the other mic.
I didn't want
That's
to do
probably
it.
what it was.
It's my ego is getting the best of me.
Fucking asshole.
Nobody
dude.
can compete.
Am I going to
with
be
me.
in less videos this year?
Yeah.
Am I not on the roster as much this year? I'm not in the game.
Whatever your tally was last night, divide it by 6. Last year, I mean.
Really? So I'm going to be in
already-
one video every fucking 2 months
I
now.
can't even do math or speak correctly. One video every 2 months.
What the fuck,
And you're going to be
man?
happy about it until you start waking up at 6 a.m. and stop jerking off
What
to
the
Instagram
fuck?
girls.
I have stopped jerking off to Instagram girls. Completely. I have a girlfriend now.
You are
I
a
have.
chaste man. Chaste with that's CHASTE. In case you were confused. All right, guys, this is getting rambly. We're signing off. Follow Leo's YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm going to start a Patreon too soon, guys.
Yeah, that's going to be jerk off videos.
No,
I'm sure
it's
you guys
not.
are going to love those.
No, it's not. It's going to be girl advice because, dude, if anybody can get you some pussy, it's Papa Leo.
Danny,
Yeah, get some merch. Dude, this merch is sick. Get Danny's merch.
it's going to be linked in the bio of YouTube. If you're listening, I'm rocking the New York Sunfish, where I took out one of the Bozo Brigade. I kid. Rumon's not in the Bozo Brigade. That's reserved for Andrew Judge TV.
Oh, here we go.
So please, guys, support the channel if you want us out there on the road making good content. And if you want me not drinking heavily to combat my depression and sexually abusing Ben and downloading Snuff Films.
You sick fuck.
I'm going to fuck you to a snuff film and pretend and fantasize about killing you.
Oh, you're a sick fuck.